Welcome, John Report fans, to another update to the YouTube channel. I'm David K, and alongside me is the main eventer, John Canton.
Hey everybody, how's it going in TJR land?
Cantonia.
Yeah, I feel weird saying that. I don't know. Other people say it. I like to joke about it, so there you go.
There you go.
Cantonia.
So today we're going to talk about the mysterious 3311 video that popped up on TNA.
Mysterious, yeah.
It's mysterious because I didn't know who it was going to be. I'll be honest, mostly because I didn't see the 3311 video because I don't watch TNA anymore. I decided to give up on the headaches, and anytime I see it, instead of reading about TNA, I turn and throw up. So I'm going to let you kind of take the ball on this one because, like I said, I didn't see it, so no comment here.
Yeah, usually when we talk about wrestling, I have to tell you about TNA stuff. That is true. We used to talk about it when you watched it, but you don't watch it anymore. I don't really watch it that much anymore either. So, I mean, remember when I did write about it? I think it lasted 3 weeks, and then we had another writer on it. He lasted about 2 weeks, and now we got another writer on it. So we'll see how long he goes.
Over under on
But
4 weeks.
yeah. But before I get into my thoughts, I just want to. Chris Jericho, he was on this long-lasting radio show here in Canada called The Law, and it's on every Sunday night. It actually is a radio show that Trish Stratus got to start on before she was in WWE. It's in Toronto, and it's kind of big around here, so pretty cool that Jericho was on. And so Jericho's thoughts on TNA's video, they sent out a press release on all the sites and stuff, so I'm just reading this off one of the sites. And it says, this is from Chris Jericho. It says, "It drives me nuts, and I'll tell you why. I'm the biggest fan of TNA as a concept. I want them to be huge. Vince wants them to be huge because the more competition there is, it's better for the business, it's better for the boys, it's better for the fans. I don't understand their obsession with copying WWE. I think it's lame. I think it's bush league, and I don't get it. They have some of the best talent, some great idea men. Why do they do this? Why do their guys go out there and say, when I was in the WWE, I was left behind and I was held back? If I was working for TNA, I would project that it's the greatest wrestling company in the world. Because if you're not projecting it, why is anybody going to believe it? When we were in ECW, it was small. I never made more than 250 a show. But you would die for that company, and when you came across that way, the fans came across that way, and suddenly you have this underground revolution going on. It was real. It was revolution. People believed it, and it was the best. People believe that it was the best. No one in TNA believes they're in the best company, and if they don't believe it, then why am I going to believe it as a fan? Why am I going to buy their product? It's just so bush league. They could do better than that, and the guys on top there should know better, and it really makes me mad because they're wasting money. And they don't have to be wasting money, but I'm not bearing TNA. I'm saying you should be ashamed of yourself because you could do better." And I think that's the end of the quote, and I just think, I'm applauding right here quietly because everything he said is perfect. Why are they copying WWE? So basically, the whole thing is, we saw that video, the 2111 video that WWE was running, and at first everybody thought, okay, it's for Sting, because there was a lot of rumors that he didn't sign with TNA at that point, and there was a lot of rumors that maybe WWE was going to sign him. So when that video came up, everybody thought, okay, that's Sting. The second week comes out, and the video starts playing, and it starts playing the Johnny Cash song that they played for The Undertaker, Shawn Michaels feud last year. And then everyone realized, okay, this is for Undertaker. But for that first week, remember all the hype for Sting?
Yep.
So everybody thought it was Sting. So what does TNA do? They decide, hey, let's sign Sting. And then when we signed Sting at the end of the last Impact last week, the end of the show, the video was almost an identical copy of the 22111 video that WWE ran. Why did they do that? Because WWE ran it. Not because it was their own original idea, but because WWE ran it. And why did they run it? Because the internet was hyping about Sting. That's Vince Russo's booking thing. He always reads the internet. He always thinks the internet is what he should be catering to, and that's the wrong thing because the majority of fans are not on the internet. Majority of fans are watching at home. They're dumb. I don't want to say they're dumb, but they're not reading the internet. That's proven. Because if internet angles worked, Matt Hardy versus Edge would have been bigger. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of angles that were based off internet stuff that would have been bigger if the internet was a bigger presence, but it wasn't. It never is, and I don't think more than 20% of wrestling fans are reading smart wrestling news on the internet, if you know what I mean.
Right.
So why are you catering to it? I just don't get it.
even then,
And
who enjoyed this video? The only people that I can see enjoying this video and laughing and enjoying it are people who are incredible TNA marks, who have been there since the beginning because they
but
hate the WWE and they've stuck it out, and now they're saying, haha, we finally got him and you didn't. But outside of that, maybe 15 people that exist in the world, and I'm sure I'm going to get all 15 of them to comment and slap me in the face with a bunch of words, but who is enjoying this video and saying, wow, that was such a great idea?
you know who's enjoying it? Sting, because Sting probably was able to negotiate a contract with Dixie and say, "Oh, Dixie, you know WWE really wants me. Maybe you should, not like he's gonna say maybe you should sign me, but I want to get paid this much." And she probably said, "Okay," because she thinks, based on the internet hype, that WWE did want him, and I don't even know if they negotiated with him. We don't even have proof that there was negotiation or there was any talk with Sting, but I think his price drove up because of all the internet hype. So he's probably laughing all the way to the bank, and now he's also the TNA World Champion, if you can call it World Champion, since they got the Transformers World Title. So, Sting's probably laughing about all this, and then the other whole thing is they think Sting's a difference maker, and no disrespect to Sting, but he's been there like what 6 or 7 years. What year did he start there? 2003.
I think so.
They started in 2002. I think it was 2003, Bound for Glory, I believe. So it's one of those things where they think he's a difference maker. Well, he was just there 2-3 months ago, and he was just in the mid card doing nothing. And then now, because WWE rumored to have interest in him, they think he's a difference maker again. And it just, don't you learn from your past mistakes? But I guess not. I guess they think if they pop a 1.3 rating instead of a 1.1, that it's a big difference. But you don't make money off TV ratings. You make money off pay-per-views and merchandise and house shows and things like that. TV ratings help, but you don't really make money off them.
No.
As much as other stuff.
No.
I don't know, just frustrating as a fan, but that's TNA.
And to me as a fan, Sting's, I mean, if he was a stock right now, I mean, it's as low as possible. Once you
but it
don't
was high,
sign,
like when he was negotiating with TNA, it was high.
I wouldn't even say that.
If he went to WWE, it would be really high because it'd be fresh.
Right, exactly. He is the stalest thing in TNA right now. I hate to say that because that sounds so horrible, and it feels like I'm knocking him. But I mean, I'm gonna say about 2005. Right then, I would have said, "Wow, Sting is a hot commodity. I'm really excited about him. I'd rank him in the top 25 wrestlers of all time." Now, just watching him die on this sinking ship, it's just. It's ugly. It's like watching Ric Flair come back to wrestling after that retirement. It doesn't sync well with me. His stock price has just fallen way too much because he's come back, and I'm sure, like you said, he doesn't care because he's making money either way. But right now, I could care less about him. And next year, if the same rumor came up, he's going to go to the WWE, I think that train has sailed. That one's left the station. It's gone.
He would probably make. I don't think people realize this, but to work just WrestleMania, he probably would have made like 350 to 400,000, like based on numbers I've read over the past year. Just because if they put him against Undertaker, and if it was a high profile match, you get a lot of money, and that's more than he makes in TNA. I doubt he makes more than 100,000 in TNA for working 20 dates in a year, whatever he's going to work.
Right.
So I don't. He could have cashed in, but if he went to WWE, they probably had a contract that said you got to work at least 60 to 70 dates, every week of TV plus pay-per-views.
Right.
So I don't think he wanted to do that. So he goes to TNA, you work between 25 to 30 dates probably, and that's about it. So I don't think he's going to work all year. He'll probably take off 2-3 months here and there, and that's about it.
And I'm going to be the bad guy here, and don't get drug tested. I'm going to say it.
Yeah, well, I guess you could keep him in better shape, but I mean, he's a 52-year-old man. He's always been in decent shape. I don't think he's a juicer that much.
Nope.
He probably was when he was younger, but not anymore.
Right, I'm just going to say
you could take it to keep your body up, though.
Yep.
It's harder to maintain your body at 52 than it was at 30.
Exactly.
So there you go.
That's the 3-3 reaction. I mean, any other thoughts on that?
I haven't seen it yet, but I'll check it out. I don't know if I'll write about it. Probably not, but Maybe I will.
All right, cool. Well, thanks for joining
That's
us
our first
today.
TNA related one, I think.
Yeah, I think that is.
I don't think we'll have many.
No, I think you'll see them seldom unless they close up soon. Then we'll do a bunch of videos on that, I'm sure.
Well,
But
it's not like they're going to because they're owned by billionaire Bob Carter, so they have
Well.
money. They can afford losses, which they've done for 8 years.
well, hopefully you enjoyed watching this. If you want more TNA, I'm sure you should comment on this one. If there's more views, I'm sure we'd talk about it more in the future, but I'm guessing that's not the case. Either way, I hope you enjoyed, and make sure to follow us both, John over at John Report on Twitter and me at Dave the Awesome. As well, follow the Facebook page where your wallet has become quite a circus of fun commentary and posting there, hasn't it?
Oh yeah, there's always something. I always lose track. I'll post something, and then I'll be at work or whatever, and then 4 hours later I'll try to check where it is, and there's like 30 different posts on my wall, and I can't search down and find it because they took off that post by John or post by others thing.
Right.
So I don't know where the hell my posts are.
Not
So
that it's
kind of
not
a zoo.
appreciated.
No, it's better than having nobody, I guess.
Exactly. And make sure you're visiting the website, thejohnreport.net, where we've got some great stuff going on. I'm sure you've read the Undertaker article by now and had a good part in that commentary. So I hope you're enjoying, and thanks for listening.
Thank you.